Hey guys, BadInfos here, and these are the 10 best cutscenes in GTA Vice City. It goes without saying, but I'll mention it anyway. This is all my opinion, and if you disagree with my list, then let me know what your list looks like. I would really love to know. So without further ado, let's begin with the cutscenes. The opening cutscene in about 4 years, which is actually the shortest one in this video, but it's very likable. I was debating whether to put this opening cutscene or the closing cutscene on the list. The closing one has the camera pointed up at them as they're talking to Diaz. In the opening one it's the same, but they're stroking their weapons. Sure, killing the biggest pain in the butt in the game is very satisfying, but whenever I think of this mission I think of the gun stroking part. That's why the opening one is here and the closing one is not.
Been saving for a rainy day. You like?
Yeah, I like.
Until this part you shouldn't really have good weapons, and when you see what Lance brought to you, you would not only stroke the guns but... At least that's how I felt while playing this game for the first time. Looking at two badasses, well, one badass and a child holding these powerful guns made me very happy. The camera angle really did it for me though. If it was placed on the side of the car, it would definitely not have the same effect. The opening cutscene in the party for Ken Rosenberg. Like the previous entry, there are two major cutscenes in this mission. The later one introduces almost everyone in the game to you, but that one is pretty standard and nothing outstanding was shown in it. Well, back in 2004 or 2005 when I played Vice City for the first time, my mind was blown when Tommy put his feet on the table. I gasped so hard back then, my jaw dropped and my eyes widened. Never before had I seen such technology. The way he was sitting and acting all badass was a great touch.
You're gonna find out who took our cocaine. And then I'm gonna kill them.
Also, this cutscene introduced clothing to you, which was a great addition to the game. I also agree with Tommy. I like his shirt, but apparently Ken disagrees.
What's wrong with the way I'm dressed?
Okay, look, here. Stop by Raphael's. Tell him I sent you. He'll make you look respectable.
Alloy wheels of steel for Mitch Baker. Speaking of badass, this is what this mission is all about. Two grown and intimidating men share some words, but instead of this turning into a bloodbath, they decided to test out their driving skills instead. Tommy wants to join the group. Mitch says it's not that easy, but nothing can scare off Tommy. Tommy also has a nice comeback to Mitch's semi-sarcastic remark.
Can you handle a bike? Can you sit on a stool and drink? Cougar, Zeppelin, go see how this girl handles a bike.
Also, props to Tommy for not breaking Mitch's nose after the girl remark. The cutscene in the Malibu Club in the mission Black Alley Brawl for Ken Rosenberg. It's simple, Ken has information and Tommy wants it. Now what would a normal conversation sound like? Hey Kent, do you know blah and blah? Oh yeah Tommy, I know blah and blah. It's at blah blah blah. Conversation over. Tommy is off. Well no, it's never this simple with Tommy Vercetti. If anyone starts acting like a fool or plays dumb with Tommy, he knows how to make them squeal. 15 years in prison made him hard as a rock. So of course Kent acted dumb. Tommy actually pushes him down and then Kent gives him the info. Who would expect anything else? Also typical Kent, acting all tough when the threat is no longer in hearing distance.
And I'll be seeing you around.
Yeah, that's right. Go and walk away, you mug. I knock you spark out. Give me a drink.
Martha's mugshot for the film studio. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but this game has an actual sex scene. Two, in fact. The other one is in another film studio mission. They are censored, of course, but it has moans and motions of a woman going back and forth. you know exactly what's going on. I played this game way before I even had internet and had no access to porn whatsoever. This mission was the closest thing to porn I had. Very memorable to this day. I even replayed the mission many times because of Candy's moans.
Yes!
Got that.
Alright, enough Candy, I don't want my viewers to mute the video because of these suggestive sounds. So Tommy asks Candy something. She's obviously quite busy at the moment and says some generic stuff while she's working, and Tommy does not know if she was talking to him or just acting for camera. All of the film studio cutscenes are great and contain some sort of talk or actual censored porn.
And that new girl, she's insatiable. She went through half the cast and crew before I even took a light reading.
Now that's big.
12 inches. That is regulation, baby.
All 4 videos will be released by their... Honey, can you please keep the Andacon and the shot? He costs more per hour than you do.
But this one takes the cake. Boom shine Sagan for Phil. Phil is drunk again. Is anybody surprised? A drunk man playing with explosives. Just the smell made Tommy feel woozy. There's no telling what's in that stuff. Since one sniff of it can make you dizzy and semi-drunk, there's no telling what it can do to you if you drink it. Well, actually, we can see what it did to Phil. The explosives don't work? Oh, that's fine, I'll just go check it out from close. That's a great idea, right, Phil?
Shitty, cheap, bad son. There's some more on the bench.
Something else to point out is how Tommy ducks whenever Phil presses the button for the explosives.
You just watch this.
It always made me laugh. Would a wooden box really save you from that, Tommy? This is a very important cutscene because it answered the age-old question of how Phil really lost his arm.
Ta-da! Oh, damn!
Also, another minor detail is that Phil lost his right arm. However, later in the same mission, his other arm is missing instead. In GTA 3, which takes place after Vice City, guess what? His left arm is gone. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Stunt Ball challenge for Umberto Robina. Hands down the funniest character in this game and one of the funniest in the GTA franchise. He's right up there with Yusuf Amir. Being the funniest character makes his cutscenes equally as funny and great. He meets Tommy for the first time. They have a little spat and Umberto tries to pull a fast one on Tommy, but Tommy, being the well-spoken guy he is, he indirectly taught Umberto how stupid he's acting.
You think you'll take me on? You think you'll play stupid with me?
No, I think you're playing plenty stupid enough for both of us.
Hey, he call you dumb, son.
Well, Umberto, not having anything to say, he tries to pull a fast one on Tommy.
You dress like a woman? You got on panties like a woman too, huh?
What do you got against women? You prefer men, big boy?
Again, the mustachio dude was outspoken. Tommy is on a roll today. Also, did you notice this hand motion? Umberto actually spit on Tommy and he had to wipe it off. Great attention to detail right there, Rockstar. These are the 2 funniest quotes from this mission in this cutscene. First is this.
Can you drive, amigo?
Yeah, like a woman.
What makes this one so great is this subtle pause after what Tommy said and the hilarious laugh by Umberto. Then we had Rico with his Mangs. I swear, Mang, this character, even though insignificant, is hilarious. I love the way he says Mang.
Okay, man, treat her like a woman.
So much so that I actually say it like that. This man, Rico, changed this word forever for me, and I'm not even mad. The final cutscene in the entire game. Yep, you knew this one was coming. One of the best endings to a game ever. Very satisfying, especially after what happened in the previous cutscene.
Sorry, Tommy, this is Vice City. This is business.
All we did in this game, all the blood, and I do mean a lot of blood, the lives I had to take, It all came down to this. Seeing Tommy sad and relieved at the same time was not easy to watch. I felt very strong emotions at the end here. Rosenberg acting all goofy and stupid, Tommy being the badass he always is, them watching the sunrise.
I know. Ain't it just beautiful?
Truly an incredible cutscene. Trojan Voodoo for Umberto Robina. It starts off with him acting, well, like himself, waving his penis around where he shouldn't, and guess what happens next?
Gross. Loser.
That's a very normal reaction. I really don't know what he was expecting. A hug and a kiss? The least he could have done was to dress up properly. That tank top does not suit you, Mink. A great and disturbing detail added here is the penis slapping sound. Listen to this.
Something like this.
Yep, that just happened. And you may have missed it while playing this game. I'm glad I brought the attention to Umberto's penis for you guys. You are welcome. The next funny moment is when Umberto says this.
Can I get a cup of coffee
No
first?
time for coffee. Besides, I just had one.
The look on Tommy's face is priceless. He knew exactly what happened because he was at the doorway when it did. Umberto, I don't know if I should laugh or laugh some more. Everything you say is hilarious. And finally, for number 1 we have supply and demand for DS. The biggest, the smallest or shortest big mouth prick in the game. This guy is always angry. He's either shooting birds,
Not so pleased with yourselves now, huh?
shooting his VCR,
Screw you!
or breaking vases.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm surprised that his mansion is still intact. He has a very destructive personality and it is shown very well here. His VCR doesn't work, and what is the most reasonable thing to do? Well, shoot it, of course. Why should you even take a closer look at it? Well, Tommy, even without looking, knew exactly what was wrong with it.
It is my favorite El Burro movie. It died. What else can I do?
It's probably not plugged in.
What?
Leave it to Diaz to make a stupid mistake like that. The other reason why I like this cutscene is because Diaz doesn't care what he touches while having a conversation. His legs are widespread and he keeps touching his you-know-what throughout the whole time. I mean, sure dude, it may itch down there, but couldn't you wait like 15 seconds? There is never a dull moment, and it is one of the most memorable cutscenes in this game. And those are the 10 best cutscenes in GTA Vice City in my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion. Which one do you like the most? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you didn't, then a dislike is fine too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next top 10 video.